friends, glad to see you again. I'm bent on doing this for the fans who may not have the opportunity to have the outgoing RP3 and the latest P3 smack side by side. For the closest, most direct comparison, I've accomplished this for you with all the close-up visuals. Alright friends, halfway doing the unboxing, I've realized something. I need to get the old outgoing version of the RP3 for a shootout because I don't believe in marketing hype. And you would have known by the short clip just now, I have done the careful sound quality shootout between the two of them. For the fairness of this test, I'm using only one single, new but running Elite 2 cartridge to be shared between the two of them in this AB shootout. So, is the P3 just a marketing gimmick to increase consumerism, or is it a genuinely improved new model that imbues it with better sound quality than the outgoing RP3? Is it a big jump, or is it just a small improvement? We shall see. Friends, here we go. Coming up close, we can see that both have dust covers with identical dimensions. Now for the comparison between the cables. The RP3 uses stock standard Rega cables with Rega RCA plugs, while the P3 uses upgraded new low capacitance phono cables with Nutric plugs. Dust covers off. Now we can see both the RP3 and the P3 use the same natural wool mat. And now with the wool mats off, we can observe the clear differences between the plinths. The RP3 has a lightly corrugated plinth feeling rough to touch. The P3 sports the all-new acrylic laminated plinth, shiny and smooth. Next, we put the TONEARMs side by side and compare them. Same length, same lightweight design, with no azimuth nor VTA adjustability. The RB303 TONEARM belonging to the RP3 has a shiny, plasticky feel to it. The RB330 TONEARM has a matte, almost rubbery feel to it, pitch black and non-reflective. The TONEARM lock of the RB303 is fiddly. That of the RB330 is much improved, better built and feels classier. The RB330 TONEARM now incorporates better horizontal and vertical bearings to allow for even better frictionless movement about its pivot point. Operating them side by side, you can feel the difference. Rega claims the new RB330 TONEARM has redesigned weight distribution for even lesser points of resonance than the RB303 TONEARM. Even the counterweight has not been spared, with Rega providing a new milled steel counterweight with the new P3. There's also that matte rubbery finish to this new counterweight. Now we come to the anti-skating mechanism. The RP3 uses a syringe-like button push-pull mechanism for adjustment, and it has no numbered demarcation. The P3 utilizes a proper adjustment slider and with clear 0, 1, 2 demarcations. Let us examine the platters now. RP3's glass platter has a common machined finishing on the sides, while the P3's glass platter has the OptiWhite finishing, which you can see here obviously, with many horizontal machined stripes and very smooth to touch. Look again at the RP3's glass platter and you observe that it is matte green and non-reflective, while the P3's OptiWhite glass platter is highly reflective and whitish.
You will also notice that the P3's top phenolic brace has an additional strengthening layer of metallic skin. The RP3's top brace is just plain black phenolic. Taking off the glass platters, we reviewed the motor spindles. I do not detect any difference between the two of them, both having dual grooves for 33.3 and 45 RPM platter speeds. Manual speed change. The RP3 SUBPLATTER has a smooth-edged rim, while the P3 SUBPLATTER has a ridged rim to allow for better grip of the glass platter. On-off switch of the RP3 is situated on the top of the plinth, left corner. Rega has relocated this switch to the underside of the plinth for the P3. As such, the top of the plinth now looks simple, sleek and clean. The lower phenolic brace of the RP3 is 2mm thick. The P3's lower phenolic brace is thicker at 3mm. Rega has also improved upon the isolation feet. The RP3's feet are of distinctly smaller diameter and height, while the P3's feet are bigger and of a more sculpted shape. Rega claims this new feet will help reduce vibration transfer from the hi-fi rack up to the plinth. Finally, we come to the motor unit. The RP3's unit is slightly thinner and also has no ventilation holes. The P3's motor unit is said to incorporate improved PCB, looks thicker, and sports an integrated cooling tray.
Sound quality, AB shoot up now.
Bass. There are a few things here that are obvious. First, the leading edge of the synthesized bass beats are much sharper and pack more spontaneity. Much more punch than the RP3. Second, with the P3, there's more control at the tail end of that beat, as it seems to have tidied up that slight boominess which the RP3 possesses. Double bass numbers, of course, benefit from this better control, and there are more details to be heard. The bass body resonance are heard much better.
Had to write this song. Ain't it rough?
Now let's come to the treble. Being as usually critical, I do not detect any big difference between the two.
Sorry, I was really thinking. I ain't getting too far. Sorry, I was really thinking. I ain't getting too far.
The RP3 sounding rather edgy, with the P3 only lessening that slightly.
How to be a star? Well, first you need a will of steel.
Not much difference between the two really, and I feel Rega could have done better with this because even my affordable setup of my Technics SL1200 with either of the Nagaoka MP-110, the Goldring Elektra, or the Grado Green cartridge performed much better.
That man was gone. Ain't it rough? Ain't it tough?
Mid-range, a significant difference here. The RP3's vocals seem pretty recessed, as if the singer is standing disproportionately further away from you, back on the stage, and with the other instruments like the drums, brass winds, double bass and cymbals sounding nearer to you.
I put the stars right in the jar and give them all to you. I put the stars right in the jar and give them all to you.
So this is not a matter of any preference for a more forward sound than a laid-back sound or vice versa. This is an objective observation. The vocals with the RP3 are unnecessarily recessed. The P3 sorts that out with the singer in the right place, rightly placed at the front of the stage with her band members besides or slightly behind her.
For you, there'll be no crying. For you, there'll be no crying.
The RP3 abides with that recessed vocals, strangely have a fair degree of upper mid-range brightness and sibilance that's plaid and coloured the presentation so as to make it unnatural. The P3 sorts that out too with a more accomplished, balanced mid-range, smooth and more refined.
It's alright. I know it's right.
Details, tonality and harmonics. The P3 definitely rendered more details, and with the sum of the above improvements, the P3 gives a convincingly much better portrayal of instruments and vocals. I hear more details and harmonics. More nuances. The result of all this is that the presentation is much more natural, more real and live, and with more emotions heard and felt. So, all in all, the upgrades over the RP3 culminated in a significant jump in sound quality for the P3, despite the both of them using the exact same cartridge. I must say, it is a successful upgrade done by Rega this time. Let's see what they can do with the up-and-coming P2 and the plans they have for the possibly outgoing RP1.
See you wrong in your man.
Thank you friends for all your support and encouragement. We will continue with our Group B cartridge shootout next week. Love you guys and see you.
Your love.